Welcome back to Week 5 of Fantasy Football Fridays. I'm Brody Heidemann, joined alongside Peyton Parker. Today we're going to be going over Week 9 of the NFL, our starts, our sits, and our predictions for the week. To start off with arguably the biggest game of the week in Frankfurt, Germany. Dolphins 6-2 taking on the Chiefs 6-2. And both these teams, they're just star-studded. And I think they got a lot of talent out on the field this week. Obviously, the Chiefs coming off a big loss to the Broncos, kind of surprising. But my start of the week, I would start Rashee Rice. I think he's going to have a statement game. This is going to be a big game from him. And my sit, I know I've said it the past few weeks, and I've continued to say it, start Raheem Mostert, but going to change it up this week. I'm going to sit Raheem Mostert if I have him. I don't think he's going to do very good against this Chiefs front line. I don't think it's going to be a very good game from him. Give me a bounce-back win from the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Well, kind of low-scoring. Give me Chiefs 28, Dolphins 24.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Raheem Mostert. I don't think he matches up very well against this Chiefs defense. But I'm also going to start a former Chiefs player, Tyreek Hill. I think he's going to pop off. I think he's going to score a lot against this Chiefs team. My score prediction, I got Kansas City Chiefs winning 34 to the Dolphins 24.
Next up, the 4-4 Vikings taking on the 4-4 Falcons. And, Kirk Cousins out for the season now. I'm going to start KJ Osborne, kind of a weird one, but I think he's going to be one of Jaron Hall's favorite targets. He's a rookie quarterback. KJ Osborne, he's going to be open. My sit, though, I'm going to sit Drake London. I don't think he's going to be very good. Taylor Heineke in at quarterback. He's obviously played decent the past few weeks, but I just don't think Drake London's going to get it done. My score prediction, though, I think the Falcons are going to win this one. It's going to be a close game. Give me Falcons 21, Vikings 18.
I think I'm going to start another Atlanta offensive player. You said sit Drake London. I'm going to start Bijan Robinson.
Good one.
The Minnesota Vikings run defense is lackluster, and I'm going to start Alexander Mattison. I'm going to start both running backs in this game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of passing going on, especially because both starters are out.
I can see that.
And I got the Atlanta Falcons winning 31 to the Vikings 28.
Ooh, high-scoring game. Next up, 1-7 Cardinals taking on the 4-3 Browns, and this 4-3 Browns team, don't let them confuse you. They are the best defense in the NFL. I'm going to start the Browns defense if you have them. I think they're going to have a huge game. Cardinals, I believe, I don't remember who they're starting, but their starter is not Joshua Dobbs, and I don't know who they're going to start. I think it's going to be arguably a blowout win for the Browns, but I would sit any Cardinal offensive player. I don't think the Cardinals are going to do good at all. I think it's going to be a bad game from the Cardinals. Give me the Browns 31 to the Cardinals 7.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Like Brody said, start the Browns defense and start Amari Cooper. I think he's going to do pretty good even with the quarterback situation in Cleveland. I still think he'll get receptions. I still think he'll get targets. And I got the Browns winning 28 to the Cardinals 7.
Following that, the Washington Commanders taking on the New England Patriots. And this Commander offense, they're coming off a big game, almost took down the Eagles. I'm going to start Sam Howell or Brian Robinson. I think either of these players is a good option in your fantasy lineup if you have a bye week or something. I would start one of them. My sit, though, I'm going to sit Ramondre Stevenson. This Patriot offense has been abysmal. They have nothing working for them. I'm just going to sit him, honestly. My score prediction, I think the Commanders get a good win. They're coming off a big week. I think Sam Howell continues it. Give me Commanders 28 to the Patriots 10.
Yeah, I'm going to start Sam Howell. I think he's a very good backup quarterback. Maybe you can pick him off of waiver wires. But he's produced very well so far this season. And I'm also going to sit Ramondre Stevenson. I mean, just this Patriots offense as a whole hasn't really produced that much. I got the Washington Commanders winning 32 to the New England Patriots 27.
I like that. Next up, the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'm just going to say it. I think the Saints are going to win the NFC South this year. I think it's a toss-up battle in that division, but I think the Saints, they've looked good these past few weeks, and I think they're going to continue it. My start of the week, give me Alvin Kamara or Derek Carr. Both of these players have been stepping it up on offense, and my sit, I'm going to sit DJ Moore or Tyson Bagent. Either of them, I don't think it's going to be a very good week for the Bears. This Saints defense is pretty good, and their offense is even better. Give me a big Saints win. I think it's going to be a really big win for them. Give me Saints 42, Bears 18.
You know, I've said this almost every week since he's been back, but start Alvin Kamara, especially if you're in a PPR league. I mean, he gets so many screen passes, so many checkdowns out of the backfield, racks up points. And sit DJ Moore. I don't think the Bears' offense is going to be good. I don't think the Bears' defense is going to be good. I think they lose this game by a lot. I got the New Orleans Saints 38 to the Chicago Bears 13.
I like that. Another big matchup, Seattle Seahawks 5-2 taking on the Baltimore Ravens 6-2. And both of these teams, they have been headlining. I mean, both of them leading their divisions, respectively. And I would say this Ravens offense these past weeks has been one of the best offenses in the NFL. My start of the week, if Gus Edwards is in your waivers, pick him up. But if he's on your bench, start Gus Edwards. This man has been putting on a show. I think he's going to light up the Seattle defense and do really good. I hate to say it, my sit of the week, Kenneth Walker III. He's been very unproductive the past few weeks. I think he put up about 9 points last week and 9 points the week before. He's done nothing for the Seattle offense. And I think this Ravens team is just going to continue to roll. Give me the Ravens winning 38-28 over the Seahawks. I don't think the Seahawks are going to be able to get much done. I think they'll do fine. But this Raven team, they are good.
I am going to flip your sit. I think Kenneth Walker, I think you should start him. I think this is going to be a very good week for him. And I'm also going to start Zay Flowers. I think he could have a big week. But sit Gus Edwards, I don't know. I mean, I got the total flip of Brody. I think Gus Edwards isn't going to do that well this week against the Seahawks defense. But I got the Baltimore Ravens winning 31 to the Seattle Seahawks 24.
Nice. I like that one. I know it's opposite of me, but I can agree with it. Next up, though, Buccaneers taking on the Texans. This is about a 50-50 game for me, and they have it listed as 50-50. I'm just going to say it. C.J. Stroud is probably one of the top 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. I've said to start him the past weeks. He had a down week last week, but I'm going to start C.J. Stroud. Coming off, it wasn't a bad week against the Panthers, but it was a letdown week. I'm starting C.J. Stroud / Nico Collins, who's been pretty good. I'm going to sit Chris Godwin or Mike Evans. I don't think they're going to do very good this week. Baker Mayfield, he's been fine. Nothing special. I'm going to sit them, though. I think the Texans get a win here. I like the Texans. I like their team a lot. I think they're a really young team. Give me the Texans. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though. Give me Texans 21 to the Buccaneers 13.
Yeah, I don't really think anybody on the Buccaneers offense is going to produce because, they got two starting offensive linemen out from the injury report on Tuesday. So sit almost any of them, to be completely honest, and start Nico Collins. I think
I like that one.
He's produced. He's done well. 3 touchdowns, 577 yards on the season. And my score prediction, also going to be a low one. I got the Texans winning 17 to the Buccaneers 13.
I like that. Next up, 2 letdown teams so far this season. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. And both teams, they've been nothing special so far. Puka Nacua has been a standout for this Rams team, and that's exactly why I'm going to start this week. He's coming off, not the best, but he didn't do great against the Cowboys, but I'm going to start him or Cooper Kupp. I think either of those players is going to be really good, and I'm going to sit any Packers offensive player, Jordan Love, A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, who's also questionable. I'm going to sit any of them. And my score prediction, I think the Rams are going to win really big this week. I think they're going to get a statement win, and the Packers are going to let go home, questioning what they're going to do the rest of the season. Give me Rams 39 to the Packers 20.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to sit Puka Nacua. He is questionable since yesterday. That doesn't mean he couldn't start, but
True.
If he does start, that's just unfortunate. And I'm going to start A.J. Dillon. I think A.J. Dillon could put up some good numbers against this Rams defense. Their defensive line, obviously good, but besides that, I think he could perform very well. And I got the Rams winning, let's go 28 to the Green Bay Packers 17.
I like that. Next up, Indianapolis Colts taking on the Panthers. Panthers getting their first win last week, and that's exactly why I'm going to start Bryce Young. I think he gets that confidence he needed. That first win in the NFL is sometimes hard to get, but it's big. And I think he's going to do good this week. My sit, though, Michael Pittman, he's been mid this season. He's been nothing special. I'm going to sit him. Don't let the Panthers get hot. They can be really good. Give me the Panthers win this one. I think it's still going to be a low-scoring game. Give me Panthers 23 to the Colts 10. Just watch out, though, for the Panthers.
I'm going to keep this one short. Sit Michael Pittman. Hasn't had very good past couple weeks. Start Adam Thielen. Great last week. I got the Colts winning 27 to the Panthers 23.
New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Both of these teams, they have been nothing good so far this season. I'm going to keep it short. Start Saquon Barkley if you haven't. He's been okay this season, but he's really the lone bright spot in this Giants offense. They have no good receivers. Darren Waller's out this week. They're going to do nothing. And I'm going to sit any Raiders offensive player. That is including Devontae Adams. I don't think they're going to do very good. Aiden O'Connell is the starting quarterback going forward for them. I think it's going to be a bad week. New coach for them as well. It's going to be a short week with a new coach. I don't think it's going to be very good for them. I think the Giants win this one somehow. I don't know how. I think it's going to be a really low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. Give me Giants 14 to the Raiders 7.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on the sit there. Devontae Adams, been struggling the past couple weeks. I think will continue to struggle with the quarterback situation, with the coaching situation, with the management situation. And my start, Saquon Barkley, he's played pretty good. He's pretty much the whole Giants offense. And I got the Giants winning 17 to the Raiders 13.
Ooh. Next up, NFC East matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles. Both of these teams are hot on offense. And that's why there's really no key players for either team. I would say start Devontae Smith if he's on your bench. I would say start him. I think he's going to get some touches this week. My sit, I know we said it a lot, and it's just hard to sit any of these squads on offense. That's why I'm going to sit either of the defenses. This Eagles defense has been a good slot in on defense. I don't think they do very good this week. Same with the Cowboys. Again, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. They have it rated about 50-50 for who's going to win. I think the Eagles are going to get this first battle. Watch out, though, when they play later on in the season. Give me the Eagles 26 to the Cowboys 23. I think it comes down to the wire. A lot of field goals, a lot of scoring from both sides of the field.
Yeah, like Brody said, I don't like sitting anybody on either of these offenses. So sit their defense if you have them. And I'm going to start Tony Pollard. I think he will be an underrated aspect. I think the run game will be an underrated aspect in this game. And I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning 31 to the Cowboys 21.
Ooh. Next up, Buffalo Bills taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Both these teams, they have been hot so far. Bengals on their third straight win, looking for their fourth. Buffalo Bills are 5-3. They're doing okay. They're still in second place in the AFC East. But if I'm a Bengals fan, I think a lot of signs. They didn't trade T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is going to do really good. I think he's going to try and get traded this offseason or sign somewhere else. So I would start T. Higgins. My sit of the week, I'm going to sit Joe Mixon. He's been okay. I don't think he's going to do very good this week. But I do think the Bengals are going to win. Give me the Bengals winning. I think it's going to be a big win. I'm just going to say I think the Bills are going to do terrible. Give me a big win from the Bengals, 31 to the Bills 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm also going to sit Joe Burrow. He's been questionable, or he is questionable this week, and he's been kind of a letdown for a lot of fantasy owners this year. But I'm going to start Joe Burrow. I think he's had his annual 5 bad games of the season, and I think he will be very good for the rest of the season. So, yeah, I mean, nothing much else to be said there. And I got the Bills winning, unfortunately, 31 to the Bengals 27.
Ooh, close game. Monday Night Football, Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New York Jets. The Jets somehow sitting right above 500 with a better record than the Chargers, but don't let that deceive you. I think the Chargers, I'll say my score prediction now, I think the Chargers are going to win big. Give me the Chargers 40-20 over the Jets. My start of the week, though, start Garrett Wilson. This Chargers secondary has been nothing special. My sit of the week, I'm going to sit Joshua Palmer or Keenan Allen. I don't think they're going to do very good. Sauce Gardner on Keenan Allen. I would not start Keenan Allen this week. That's all that.
Yeah, I'm going to start Breece Hall. I mean, this Chargers defense has been kind of what's killed them in all these close games. And for my sit the Chargers defense. I mean, there's no reason to even have the Chargers defense. I mean, you can just kind of cycle through them week by week. And I got a close one here, but I still think the Chargers are going to win. I got the Chargers 38, the New York Jets 31.
Thanks for tuning in today, folks. I'm Brody Heidemann, joined alongside Peyton Parker with the Wingspan, the student news source of Gretna East.